All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a look at a product you've probably seen everywhere, the dAlba White Truffle Vital Spray Serum.
It has a huge following.
It really does.
Yeah.
Our mission today is to, break down the big marketing claims and figure out if that premium price is about real science or just about sourcing a very fancy ingredient.
And just before we get into it, a quick disclaimer for you listening. This is all educational commentary. We're looking at consumer transparency and the science behind the claims. It's not medical advice.
Perfect. So let's start with the hype. This spray is supposedly the #1 global bestseller.
Yeah, the number I saw was 50 million bottles sold.
50 million. That is a massive number for a face mist.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's get past the sales figures and look inside the bottle. What is actually defining this formula?
Well, it's surprisingly complex. The whole thing is built around its signature ingredient, which is Italian white truffle extract. But then you also have things like macadamia oil, pomegranate extract, a bunch of herbal extracts, and this is the part they really highlight: 8 different types of hyaluronic acid.
Okay, and I've noticed it's a 2-layer formula. You have to
Yeah.
shake it before you spray it. That feels like it should be a drawback, so why is that a selling point?
That's actually a very intentional choice. It means the formula is surfactant-free.
Okay, what does that mean?
So surfactants are what companies usually use to keep oily and watery ingredients mixed together. By leaving them out, dAlba is basically preventing any potential unwanted interactions between the ingredients.
So that separation is actually preserving the formula.
Exactly. It means the active components, especially that delicate truffle extract, are kept potent and stable right up until the moment they hit your skin.
All right, let's talk about the truffle then. It sounds incredibly luxurious, but what's the actual science for putting it on your face? Is there any?
The basis for the claim, what the sources point to, is that white truffles have really high concentrations of antioxidants and amino acids.
The building blocks?
Building blocks, yeah. So in a theoretical sense, those are the things that could help improve skin texture, maybe elasticity, that kind of thing.
Okay, and what about the hyaluronic acid? They make a big deal about having 8 different types. I mean, isn't that just a marketing tactic? Is there data showing 8 is really better than, say, 2?
No, there's actually some logic to it. The variety is really the key.
Right.
It's all about using different molecular weights of HA.
Right.
So some of the larger molecules will sit on the surface of the skin, giving you that instant plumping effect. The smaller ones can potentially penetrate a little deeper for more long-term hydration. So the takeaway for you isn't just use HA, it's that molecule size really matters.
And when you look at the user experience, the reviews are pretty glowing. People talk about an instant glow, a real hydration boost.
And crucially, that it doesn't peel or get weird when you layer makeup on top of it. That's a huge plus.
I saw people mentioning that.
Yeah, and the sources even spend time praising the mist dispenser. The spray is apparently incredibly fine and even, which just adds to that whole premium experience.
Which brings us to the cost. At around $20 for a face mist, this is definitely moving into luxury territory. So what are we really paying for here?
I mean, you're paying for the luxury sourcing. A huge part of that price tag is for the Italian white truffle extract.
So is it worth it?
Well, the antioxidant benefits are there, but, scientific data would suggest that you could get very similar antioxidant benefits from other ingredients. Things like a good vitamin C serum or a niacinamide product, likely at a lower cost.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? It sounds like this product really does deliver on its promises for hydration and a good user experience.
It does.
But a big chunk of that cost is for the luxury story, for the sourcing of that white truffle extract.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it raises a really important question for when you're evaluating any premium skincare. How much of the value is tied to demonstrable scientific proof, the HA and the antioxidants actually working, and how much is tied to the emotional appeal, to the ritual and the story of that Italian white truffle? That's the balance every high-end product is asking you to weigh.